Sonia Seung-Eun Kim from the Marketing Department presents The Power of Brands, how liking the same brands can help bridge the ideological divide.
Imagine that in front of you, there's a stranger that has a totally different demographic background from yourself, perhaps a different gender or generation. Now, let's say someone comes to you and says, now you have to talk with this stranger about something like the climate change. Would you be excited to be engaged in this conversation? I know I would be terrified. Our society is starkly divided across people from different backgrounds, especially when it comes to social issues where people hold strong views. This divide often leads to serious consequences, such as conflicts between social groups. Research indicates that the best way to bridge this gap is through conversations. The problem is, it's really hard to have people talk about issues that matter. So I looked for a way to encourage conversations. And as a marketing PhD student, I asked whether brands could play a role. Brands are deeply involved in our lives, and many people form their identities around their favorite brands. In fact, in a recent poll, 78% said that they believe that brands have the power to connect people. But when we look at what brands do to engage in social issues, they tend to pick a side. While this can cause some buzz, it also has the danger of exacerbating the division among people. My research takes an alternative approach and asks the question, could brands serve as mediators to bring people together? The main research method I use in my work is social experiments. In one experiment, I told participants they will discuss the issue of minimum wage with a stranger. Half were told that the stranger also likes your favorite car brands, while the other half was told that the stranger likes different kind of brands. What I found is that people were much more willing to discuss a social issue with someone who shares your brand preferences. And this was especially the case when the stranger was from a different demographic background. In another experiment, participants held a conversation with a stranger on an online chat who they believed either liked the same fast food brand as them or not. Before and after the online chat, I also asked participants to indicate their opinions on another social issue, whether to phase out gasoline cars. Results showed that people who were matched with somebody who shared their fast food preferences were not only more likely to stay until the end of the chat, but they also had a bigger alignment in social issue opinion with their matched stranger. In other words, they were more likely to find common ground on a controversial topic. So if you were to ever come across a situation where you need to talk about a social issue with a stranger, my suggestion to you is this: find a brand that you both like, and you're off to a great start. Thank you.